Lay it on us.
So Richie and I are big Peter Gabriel fans. They're mixing the record at the A&M Studios on La Brea and Sunset, and I get in an advance cassette of Peter Gabriel's new record, Us. It's the follow-up to So, which had come out in '86 that had Sledgehammer and In Your Eyes. So I called him. I said, "You in the studio?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I've got Gabriel's advance." He goes, "Bring it down." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Bring it down. I'll get Studio B. We'll listen to it on the big speakers. We'll order in some sushi and bring a joint." I said, "Okay." So I left the office, headed not far, 15-minute drive from Beverly Hills. I headed to the studio, looked around for him. Bob and engineer Randy Staub, I believe, they were in the studio mixing and doing their thing. And Richie goes, "Come on in." So we go in. He goes, "I ordered a bunch of sushi." So he ordered a bunch of sushi. He goes, "You got the cassette?" Like a kid. Like, that made me feel like, because we had a really good friendship, me and him. Like, rock stars are not really my friends, but a couple of them, I got to know them in a soulful way. And I loved Sambora because he was just like a big kid. He was a real fan. And we connected over artists that we loved, like the Beatles and Gabriel. "Okay,
Yeah.
come on in." Shuts the door. I go, I brought a nice joint. He goes, "Let me put the towel on the bottom." It's just like, like in college where you put the towel at the bottom so the crack, the smoke. He goes, "John won't dig that." I go, "Okay, we'll put the towel on." We start eating sushi. We put on the record. And that voice, "Come Talk to Me," first song, and we're high, and there's sushi, and we got the ridiculous studio speakers just cranked. And we're like two kids in our room as teenagers getting a new record. And that's what it felt like. And it was so good. We listened all the way through. After like Blood of Eden, we looked at each other like, what the hell? It's like, can you believe what this guy's doing? And we just loved the fact that he was a constantly evolving artist. That's why we loved Gabriel so much. We were Genesis fans before Gabriel fans. Like Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and Selling by the Pound. Those are Foxtrot. Those are forever in memory, and those are childhood records. Those are records that go back to, when did I become like knowledgeable in music? Well, because I sat in my room like a geek. I didn't have any girls, so I listened to records. I spun vinyl. And when The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway came out in 1974, 74, 75, it was like, what the hell? Where's he going? Existential lyrics. I didn't understand anything. I just opened it up to the thing about being a kid and getting a new record was the smell of the album and opening up the package and going, what did my favorite band, what did they do between that record and this record? Oh my God, look at what they've done. And this is why I loved Bowie so much, because every record in the 70s, Elton John, every record in the 70s. And this is what Genesis and Yes. And you just see that they were layering it on, and they were exploring new sound textures, and lyrically they were going to places. I mean, that's kind of why you love a band, right? Why I became a writer and a rock journalist is because I'm a fan. It's real simple. Yeah. And I got, kind of lucky with my trip, like why I got into what I'm doing. But to not, go too far afield, that Vancouver trip was that Bon Jovi trip. Was the last time I'm here until this week at the end of 2019. And I'll tell you something, I've seen way more in Vancouver, and I love it. The rain and the people and the sparkly street, Water Street and bars. And yeah, I can't drive anywhere. Just my phone doesn't work because I don't have I'm not Canadian. But God, the sexiest girls work in restaurants and bars, and you take me to parties. So, and you're like the man about town. You're like,
I don't know about that.
you're Hugh Hefner here, and having your midnight after dark, Vancouver after dark.
That's a great idea.
With Jamie
Explore that
Jenkins.
option, I think.
it's not far afield from your vibe. Jamie After Dark.
Jamie After Dark.
Anyway, I hope I answered that
Oh, that
question.
was great.